everyone, this is like a mini mid-month book haul, just updating you of all the books that I've managed to get my hands on in the last few weeks. There's a fair few here, but some of them are second-hand, some are brand new, and some are library books, so here we go. So first up, second-hand books. From the Cottage Bookshop in Penn, I've picked up The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland in a Ship of Her Own Making. This is by Catherine M. Valenti, I think. And this is obviously a fairy tale, young reader, YA possibly book that I had mentioned a couple of times on BookTube earlier this year and thought actually I'll pick it up and give it a go. The other book I picked up from there was The School for Good and Evil by Soman Chanini, possibly, so if that's wrong. This is the first in a trilogy that Reagan keeps going on about, so I kind of fancy reading this. It's all about witches and obviously school, so I'm thinking witches a la The Worst Witch and Harry Potter maybe. We'll see. And then my husband has passed on this one to me. This is Dean Koontz, By the Light of the Moon. Apparently Dean Koontz writes a lot of sort of horror thriller thingies, which are not my thing, but he said I'd like this one because it's not really a horror, but it's a really good read. So I don't know much about it, but the fact he really, really liked it. He borrowed it from the second-hand book cupboard at work, and so I'll give it a go. Then there's my new books. So I have by Becky Chambers, The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, and follow-up, A Closed and Common Orbit. These are both sci-fi, adult sci-fi books, and I read Long Way to a Small Angry Planet while I was on the beach and loved it. So I've got my own copy of it and the follow-up because, you know, a good book. And I've managed to pick up Shadow of Night. This is by Deborah Harkness. This is the second book in the All Souls trilogy. I have read the first one, which is sat here. And it's about time I got my hands on this copy and actually found it on the shelf, so I picked it up. Beginning of the month, I discovered the St. Mary's Chronicles series, which I've really, really enjoyed. So I have blitzed my way through book 1, 2 and 3. Hubby picked up The Long and Short of It, which is a collection of short stories based along the timeline. And then book 4, A Trail Through Time, which I blitz read last weekend. So yesterday he ordered me the next two, No Time Like the Past, and What Could Possibly Go Wrong. I just love this series, it's so much fun. And then finally, Saturday's book haul consisted of 2 graphic novels. Oh, I've got one Wonder Woman. This is Wonder Woman's Chronicles, Volume 3, and this is the classic stuff, you know, like, seriously, classic stuff. So I thought I'd give that a go. Groot, Volume 1, apparently, and I loved this. This is so much fun. This is basically Rocket and Groot working their way to Earth via the scenic route and getting into quite huge scrapes along the way. I just loved it so much. It's Groot. I've got Stitching Snow, which is apparently a sci-fi retelling of Snow White. I'll see how that goes. Sword of Light. This is by Catherine Roberts. I vaguely remember reading this before, years ago, and I kept seeing book 2 and 3 in the trilogy on the shelves. Finally book 1's turned up, so I thought I'd read this again. I sat there, opened it up and realised, yes, I have read this. So this is a young reader, Arthurian legends, really, with a healthy dose of magic and Merlin going on for good measure. And then The Girl from Everywhere. This is by Heidi Helig. This is a time travel, romancy, adventure story about accepting loss possibly, and a coming of age story of discovering who you are and what you want to do in your life. I blitz read that yesterday and loved it, so highly recommend this book. So that's my little book haul for the middle of the month. I seem to have done quite well, I think. I'm trying not to buy too many books because I'm desperately running out of room already, but I kind of can't help it. There are so many lovely books out there. So book blogs for this video that I want you to go and check out are Read and Wander. This is by Meg, and she writes about books and places that she's travelled to. The Owl on the Bookshelf. This is Nat, and she does all things book related, so book reviews, book tags, you name it, she does it. And then Books and Legends, which is a new book blog out there, just started beginning of the month, and at the moment there's a book review of, what was it, Nevernight. Nevernight is currently being reviewed up on there. I'm sure it's that one. So please go and check out those blogs and share some book love in the community. As always, thank you very much for watching, and find all my social media links down in the box below. I will leave links to the book blogs also in the box below. You know, anything you want to know is down there. Please comment below on any book hauls that you've recently picked up, anything that you think is really, really good, that you're really excited about that you've picked up. That'd be interesting to see what other people are reading out there, apart from the obvious new releases going on. Thank you very much for watching. Happy reading.